My wife asked me to choose between my mom and her, and I think I am going to divorce her. My mom raised me alone after my dad died 2 weeks before I was born. Both were orphans, so we had no family, just us. She worked multiple jobs, deprived herself of food to feed me, wore nothing while I had good clothes. She sacrificed everything so I could build a life. When I met my wife while volunteering at university, she adored my mother. There were times I thought she loved my mom more than me. Deep down, I think she was looking for the mother-daughter bond she never had. After graduation, I bought my mother a house, my dream since childhood. That's when problems started. My wife wanted me to think about us first. I told her this was non-negotiable. She complained to my mom, who felt so uncomfortable she told me to use it for our future marriage instead. I was furious. I told my mother the house was hers. Our relationship survived that. We got married, life was good. Until 2 months ago when my mother fell ill. I wanted her to live with us, but my wife refused. So I rented an apartment next door with my own money. Even that didn't sit well with her. I'd visit my mom after work, come home at 8 p.m. instead of 6. On weekends, I'd see her 1 or 2 hours, spend the rest with my wife. We still went on dates. I still cooked, paid for everything, ran her baths, wrote her poems. 2 days ago, she told me I had to choose between my mother and the life I wanted to build with her. I never made her feel neglected, but apparently the only thing I wouldn't compromise on, my relationship with my mother, was too much. I told her I wanted a divorce. She remained frozen, staring at me in shock. I explained we're going through the worst moment. My mother is sick. We're running tests. We don't know her family history because she was an orphan. All I needed was her support. But if my wife thinks I should give less attention to my sick mother, it's time to separate. She didn't say anything. I went to a hotel. Then it got worse. A week later, I got called to the hospital. My wife had been admitted. When I visited, she looked at me with pure hatred. My mother called, asked what I'd done to land my wife in the hospital, said I shouldn't stress a woman who was pregnant. I rushed back to my wife. She looked at me with anger and said she'd lost the baby, and it was my fault. In an instant, I learned my wife was pregnant, kept it from me. We lost the baby, and she was blaming me for something I didn't even know about. She said she didn't tell me because she wanted to confirm if I could handle all my responsibilities and raise a child at the same time. Her mental state deteriorated. She thought she was still pregnant, talked to herself. One night mistook me for her father, thinking I was going to hurt her. I called emergency services. After psychiatric evaluation, she was hospitalized for 6 weeks, diagnosed with borderline personality disorder and suspected delusional disorder. Doctors suspect heavy childhood abuse. She suggested we communicate through letters. In 2 months, I got to know her better than our 10 years together. She owned up to everything. She'd always been jealous of my relationship with my mom, jealous of the attention my mother gave to foster children. She saw it as a competition, wanted to be number one in my mother's heart. When I wanted to care for my mom during illness, she didn't want me to be the one doing it. She apologized, took full responsibility, said the only outcome was divorce. She needed to heal and work on herself. Given her condition, she had to make the decision herself. She said if she gets there and I haven't moved on, she'd be happy to start again. I offered separation instead of divorce. A year from now, if we still want divorce, we'll divorce. If we trust we could be healthy together, we'll try again. She agreed. My mother told her she'd always be a mother figure to her, that she didn't have to compete because she already had her love. I moved to Germany with my mother for one of the best hospitals in the world. We don't see each other. If we did, neither of us would have the strength to keep our resolutions.